Timeout taken by Baylor. It's second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll run it from the gun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Cal uses its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Sangapolitelli. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Cal! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a gap. It's Morris. Nice move there. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Here's Lagway to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bears! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And you gotta love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
It give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. It's on target and complete. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. They're going back to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Sangapolitelli, play action. Finds his man. It's Thomas. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Fires quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some...
Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point was good. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. At the 35, he's open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Bears want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Caught over the middle. It's Miller. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Right on the money. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The sure hands, it's Thomas. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Pocket breaking down. Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
JKS. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, I'm expecting them to go ahead and kick a field goal here and make this a 2-possession game.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and turning it on! A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. Lagway. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. On the run, it's Morris. Picks up the first down. Headed to the end zone. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bears! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Gets away from one, he's got space. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cal. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Golden Bears with an answer. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. What a brain cramp. He just lost track of the play clock and gets hit with delay of game on a two-point conversion attempt. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Tie game, fourth quarter. Plenty of time to work with. Exactly. It's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Golden Bears in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Man, what a break. Great job following on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, following the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Snags it and he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. Cal uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Golden Bears, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Give to the running back. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Baylor Bears call their 3rd and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. The Golden Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
And lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Timeout is called with just 2. Sitting beneath Tightwad Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley, it's the Baylor Bears. Sitting beneath Tightwad Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley, it's the Baylor Bears and the Cal Golden Bears. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And the Bears will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes...
Makes a grab and room to run. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Golden Bears moving quickly to the line.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Jaron Kiave Songopolitelli finds his man. It's strong. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Pressure coming. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Again, it's Songopolitelli. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. There's some room. Got enough for the first. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bears! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it, and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed, and that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different, and now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Rush is on him. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top, and we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They go play action with Sangapolitelli. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The play action fake. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he scores! Touchdown, Golden Bears! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Got enough for the first. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor! McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Baylor Bears. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. And the Razorbacks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Gonna run it. It's Morris. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
The Bears headed quickly to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Lagway from the gun on 3rd down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Jackson will throw. Unloads it left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight,
Got a little grass, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for room, it's Russell.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Got his man downfield. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. Can't get him to the ground. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Here comes the heat. Trying to buy time, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
On the ground, it's Morris. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Might be changing the route. Throwing, Lagway. He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 25. Off and running. Touchdown, Baylor. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Arkansas. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25. Stopped at the 26. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running behind that left side. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Lagway wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Morris. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Caught by Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Livingston. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a 1st down. And the Bears go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking for a crease. It's Morris. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's Lagway to pass. He's got it on the run. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to power it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this 1st half. Great execution.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defensive backs spread all over the field trying to take away the pass. Jackson will throw. Oh, he wants it all. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Running inside, it's Russell. He's got the 1st down, but he's going to need a lot more than that. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Bears will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Makes the grab, turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man, knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
Got his man on the right. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Jackson gonna throw it. Finds his man. He's not gonna make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. Man, the worst thing you can do on 4th down is take a sack. It doesn't matter if you get an INT. Throw that thing up. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. He holds on to it too long, and the defense gets the sack.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Lagway. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a man on the left. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bears! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. From inside his own 10. And he loses the football on the return. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Hawkins. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Razorbacks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
And right down the middle. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Jackson will throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. And what a play and what a return